July 14, 2023. The damp soil beneath my boots yielded with each deliberate step, a testament to the untamed heart of this remote forest that has become both my proving ground and sanctuary. I could hear the hushed whispers of pine needles as a gentle breeze danced through their evergreen spires. The sounds of civilization were but echoes here, replaced by the chorus of nature's own design. My name is Dr. Elizabeth Green, and these woods are alive with secrets. In the realm of cryptozoology, I've carved a niche for myself, an academic maverick chasing the shadows cast by creatures that most relegate to myth. The thrill of the chase, the hunger for the unknown, it pulsates through me with every discovery, driving me into the arms of this lush abyss far from the reaches of the mundane world. Today, my team and I delve deeper into its verdant clutches, seeking truths long hidden beneath a canopy woven from centuries-old oaks and youthful maples. With each sample collected, with each soil sifting and water testing, we peel back layers of the natural world, searching for anomalies, for evidence that may substantiate the existence of beings unacknowledged by modern science. I pause, taking in the enormity of our task. The forest stands indifferent to our presence, ancient and inscrutable. The weight of expectations presses down on me, the burden of proof heavy upon my shoulders. Yet, the thought does not deter me, rather, it propels me forward. This is where I am meant to be, exploring, discovering, challenging the very fabric of biological understanding. My glasses fog slightly from the humidity, a reminder of the environment's resistance to intrusion. A quick clean with the hem of my shirt, and clarity is restored. I must remain vigilant, methodical in my approach. The data must be impeccable, there is no room for error. Not when every publication, every peer-reviewed article bears the brunt of skeptical eyes. This forest, though, it offers a solemn peace amidst the storm of academia. It doesn't judge, it simply exists, allowing us to tread lightly within its domain. Today, like every day spent amongst these towering sentinels, I am a student humbled, a scientist fueled by the perpetual promise of revelation. Here, in the embrace of the wild, I am home. The damp earth yields beneath my boots as I traverse the dense underbrush, each step a silent testament to the decades of untold stories held within this forest. Sunlight spears through the canopy in haphazard streaks, a mosaic of light and shadow that dances across the woodland floor. A pungent odor, a melange of decay and wet foliage, suddenly invades my senses, halting my measured progress. It is an aroma unfamiliar yet intensely organic, demanding investigation. The meticulous scientist within me surges forth, propelled by curiosity and years of disciplined inquiry. I adjust my glasses, ensuring unobstructed vision, and press on toward the source. There it lies, a sight both magnificent and morose, an entity the likes of which science has whispered but never embraced in full. The carcass of a Bigfoot, splayed awkwardly among ferns and fallen leaves, its fur matted with crimson stains that seep into the soil. Even in death, it commands a presence, its size and form challenging every textbook's claim of what is known and understood. I approach cautiously, cognizant of the enormity of this discovery. The creature's imposing limbs sprawl outwards, fingers curled, as if reaching for life's elusive tether. Its face, serene in eternal slumber, is a tapestry of features both human and beast, bridging a gap species have not dared cross in the annals of recorded history. With gloved hands, I trace the contours of its existence. Coarse hair gives way to skin that speaks of a life lived hidden from mankind's prying eyes. Documenting, analyzing, each action feels like an intrusion, yet necessary. This being, this marvel of nature, rewrites boundaries and expands horizons beyond the confines of established belief. A pang of responsibility pierces me, sharper than the cool air against my cheeks. Here, in my hands, lies the power to alter humanity's understanding of its own narrative. But with such knowledge comes the inevitable torrent of scrutiny, of challenges to the veracity of my life's work. I steel myself against the future debates, the accusations of forgery, even as I ready my tools to preserve the evidence before me. This moment is larger than the sum of its parts, larger than fear or doubt. The forest encloses us in its timeless watch, a silent witness to history being made. In the stillness, accompanied only by the gentle rustle of leaves, I begin the delicate task of unraveling the secrets held within the remains of this enigmatic creature. May 17th. Today's revelation will undoubtedly rewrite the volumes of cryptozoological lore. My hands tremble slightly, not from fear but from the sheer magnitude of what lies before me, a genuine Bigfoot carcass. I take a steadying breath and begin to catalog the specimen with a precision that has become my trademark in the scientific community. The creature is colossal, towering at an estimated 9 feet, 3 inches, if one were to straighten the curl of its death pose. The pelt is an enigma of colors, predominantly a deep chestnut with variegations that fade into a muddled grayish hue along the underbelly and inner limbs. It gives off an air of deceptive softness, belying the rugged wilderness it must have navigated throughout its life. Upon closer inspection, the fur is matted in places, tangled with brambles and the vestiges of its last forays into the forest. Its feet are broad and robust, with dermal ridges pronounced enough that they would leave a distinctive imprint on the earth, perhaps the source of the countless tracks that enthusiasts have pored over for decades. The anatomy is both familiar and alien. The facial structure bears an unnerving resemblance to Homo sapiens, yet there are distinctions: a flattened nose, heavy brow ridge, and the jaw protrudes in a way that suggests immense biting power. The eyes, now glassy in death, are wide-set and hold a primate-like intelligence that seems to persist even in this state. Its hands, almost eerily human, have fingers that end in thick, dulled nails, not quite claws but suggesting a facility for digging or perhaps foraging. The musculature is impressive. The sinews in the forearms and thighs suggest a creature of formidable strength, adapted for survival in unforgiving terrain. Each detail is meticulously recorded, measurements taken, each unique feature noted with a clinical detachment that belies the internal conflict I feel. This discovery, this confirmation of existence, brings a weight of responsibility. What next for this majestic being that now lies cold and still on my makeshift examination table? I pause, allowing myself a moment of reverence for the creature whose secrets I am about to unlock. Then, with a determined set to my jaw, I return to my work. The pursuit of knowledge waits for no one, and I am its devoted acolyte. March 12th, 2023. In today's examination of the specimen colloquially termed Bigfoot, I began with a thorough dimensional analysis. Initial observations indicated an overall height of 2.5 meters, significantly exceeding the average human stature. The bipedal creature presented a sagittal crest prominent on its cranium, an anatomical feature indicative of powerful jaw muscles, likely used for mastication of coarse dietary elements. The pelt was a dense layer of fur, varying in color from umber to a deeper sepia, with guard hairs that suggested a natural adaptation to temperate forest environments. Notably, the integumentary system displayed signs of ectoparasitic habitation, mites and ticks nestled within the dermal layers, a common characteristic among mammals of considerable size. Upon closer inspection, the pedal extremities were surmounted by 5 digits, each bearing a broad pad and dermatoglyphic patterns akin to the friction ridges found in humans. The hallux was not opposable, aligning more closely with hominid evolution than with current primate morphology. I meticulously measured the craniofacial dimensions, bizygomatic width, nation to Pristian length, and the arc of the supraorbital torus, all markedly divergent from Homo sapiens, yet undeniably within the genus Homo's range of variation. These measurements could very well redefine our understanding of human ancestry and its branches. My fingers traced the costal structure, counting the ribs, noting their curvature and the robustness of the sternum. The thoracic cavity expanded well beyond the normative human proportions, hinting at a respiratory system capable of sustaining large oxygen demands, possibly due to great physical exertion or adaptation to lower oxygen environments. Each vertebra, from cervical to coccygeal, was documented for both dimension and articulation, revealing a spinal column designed for load-bearing and flexibility. The lumbar region particularly caught my attention. The enlarged neural canals may suggest an evolutionary response to neurogenic requirements, or perhaps a predilection for erect posture. The meticulous cataloging of these features filled pages of my field journal, the ink barely keeping pace with my thoughts. Every measurement, every observation, drew me deeper into the enigma that lay before me. With calipers in hand and a mind awash with questions, I felt an almost symbiotic connection to the creature. It was as though, through this scientific pilgrimage, I was unearthing not only the secrets of this majestic being, but also the untold chapters of our own species' saga. As twilight descended upon my makeshift laboratory, I pondered the implications of this discovery. My heart raced with the anticipation of sharing my findings with the world, yet I was equally gripped by a profound sense of stewardship. This being, whose kind had roamed unseen and unrecognized, entrusted me with its legacy. It was a responsibility I did not take lightly. With the day's work concluded, I sealed my notes and prepared for the morrow's continuation. The path ahead promised revelation and undoubtedly controversy. But science, in its purest form, is the relentless pursuit of truth, and I stand ready to follow wherever it leads. As I cover the remains for the night, the weight of expectations presses down on me. Yet, the mysteries of the forest call out, promising more secrets to uncover. The truth about Bigfoot is only the beginning. May 22nd, the endless chatter of the forest at dusk serves as a backdrop to my relentless thoughts. I stand at the threshold of the tent, contemplating the dense thicket that conceals secrets far older than any of us can fathom. This carcass, our monumental find, is but a single piece in an intricate puzzle that stretches through the gnarled branches and under the moss-covered earth. What else might be breathing within the womb of this ancient woodland? And what of the nocturnal symphony that lulls us into restless sleep each night? What knowledge do those creatures hold about the existence of beings like Bigfoot? As I cast my gaze upon the towering trees, their leaves whispering of epochs past, I know our work has only just begun. The forest calls out to be understood, beckoning us with its enigmatic siren song. Tomorrow we venture further into the heart of this verdant labyrinth. Our equipment, once seen as adequate, now feels primitive against the profound mysteries we yearn to unravel. My team looks to me for direction, their eyes reflecting a mixture of trepidation and exhilaration. We are pioneers on the brink of the unknown, charting a course through uncharted territory. The night descends upon us, a velvet shroud dotted with the pinpricks of starlight, and I scribble down my final thoughts for the day. The forest holds its breath, and so do we, poised on the precipice of discovery. The journey continues at dawn.